Okay, good.
How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Beaver's Den. I'm your host, Bobby C. My co-host and partner in Angry Beaver Cigars, Luke P. And the one and only, the famous Ernesto from New Locos Tattoo. It is the premier tattoo studio in all of Brevard County. I'm going to get into some of his work later on. Probably every artist in here, the best artwork, I mean, true artwork. I'm not talking about flash tattoos. You'll see when I walk around, you're not going to see flash on the walls here. These guys are true artists, some of the best I've ever seen. And I'm very excited to move forward with some of my empty canvas and have the one and only Ernesto go ahead and start putting some new artwork. Because I'm not going to talk. It's not even tattoo to me. It's pieces of art. One of the guys also in here, Ray, does amazing realism, and there's Joe and Kels, and they just do amazing work in here. And Joe. So if you come in here and you want anything special, anything done, you don't have to say, "Oh, I'm going to wait for so and so." Everybody in here is amazing. So it's no hit or miss when you walk through the door of New Locos. It's in O'Galley. It's located in the Art District in Melbourne, Florida. If you need to get on a plane, get on a fucking plane and come down here, man, because I'm telling you, this place is absolutely sick. It's insane. We're going to get into some stories with Ernesto in about 2 seconds. We're going to go over some stuff. First, I want to thank Ernesto not only for being a very close friend of mine and bandmate, we'll talk about that as well. He allowed Lou, like you guys know, Lou is an artist and he creates artwork. Are you going to live?
No, sorry.
So he just came back from Jersey, and as you all know, Jersey is toxic, completely toxic. Thus the Toxic Avenger movies. So he just got back and he's already spitting half his friggin' lung out. So hopefully he's going to be able to make it through the remainder of the podcast.
I don't know.
Like I was saying, and I'll show you some pictures. Lou does artwork with cigar bands. Each picture is done painstakingly with individual cigar bands. Ernesto was good enough to allow Lou to actually do his first art show here in New Locos, which, by the way, is not just a tattoo studio and shop. It is an absolute piece of art when you walk in the door. I'm not even going to explain it anymore. You're going to have to come here to believe it. Follow their pages on Instagram and Facebook. You can look at everybody's work on there. When you look at it, the first time I seen any of Ernesto's work, I just like it blew me away. They look like actual paintings. So Ernesto and I met.
One app in my phone.
Yeah.
And I make a profile on that app, and I think you found it
Right.
in this app.
Yes.
You text me.
I did.
And I
About,
call you, and
yes. So I put out.
it was easier.
Yeah, it was. I put out a request. We were looking for some other bandmates for a project. Ernesto hit me up. He's an amazing guitarist and songwriter. And we got together. Lupe is going to drop in. We had to leave for a moment. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I'm just gonna grab a
So we
water.
got together
Thank you.
in the basis of music, and as soon as I found out, it's working. We're currently working on a project with
All time just their
the one and
coffee.
only Sean Holcomb, who is an up and rising country star. We don't play country, so don't look at the songs that we're going to be doing country, but it's going to have a country flavor. The only thing I'll give away is Ernesto does this sick intro on this new song he wrote. And this fiddle player, John, who plays with Sean, who's going to be on our vinyl we're doing, is going to mirror his guitar playing. It's going to be haunting. It's going to be amazing. all our money and proceeds from this project we're doing is going to law enforcement and military PTSD. So, Ernesto, when did you open up here in Melbourne?
Was in November.
This past November.
Yeah, this shop in November. I have here in this area like 2 years.
Yeah, I think I met you like a year ago, right? No, less.
I don't know.
It was almost a year ago to me. I don't know. Time flies. So you and all of your artists are all from Cuba.
All from here.
All from Cuba, which is really cool, by the way.
Just Kels and Tony, they grew up in Miami.
They grew up in Miami, but originally from Cuba.
Yeah, they born in Cuba.
And as you all know on the podcast, you know, Miami's my old stomping grounds where I did predominantly all of my work. It's a great place to grow up. The culture is amazing. I really do respect the fact that Ernesto and the rest of his staff, which are family, I'm not even going to say that, the familia, they're not staff.
It's funny.
Yes. And I like that they stay together, they watch each other's back. They have a killer studio and going to be one of the most successful places in all of this entire area. And again, I joke a lot. I wasn't joking when I said if you're watching this from out of state, it is absolutely worth you to go online anywhere.
Yeah.
You can look for openings online and book online.
Guys, with the Booking app.
Booking app,
Yeah, Booking.
booked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in our Instagram, you can book online too.
Okay.
And you check all my free hours, free days.
Okay. So everybody's schedule's on there.
Exactly.
So
You chose just your favorite artist. You know?
okay. So if Lou wasn't hacking his lungs out and wanted to make an appointment, he could just go on the app and clean canvas. He can go on the app and just
Yeah, you can use Google. You know,
okay.
And you put a new logo tattoo schedule. You know.
Okay.
And you found this app. It's a link.
Okay.
You get in the link and you
And you can
book
look at it.
online. You know, wherever you want.
No excuses, guys. I mean, ladies, guys. I mean, no excuses. Get on there and book an appointment. I'm going to take a walk around a little later on and just show you how cool this place is from the inside and outside. I know this is going to sound crazy. He did a really killer bathroom in the back. And if you're lucky enough when you come in, if you're lucky enough, you may be able to get a small cup of Cuban coffee, which is amazing that they have here.
That is free.
That is free, by the way. But if you ask for a shot of Cuban coffee, if you're here for a 4-hour tattoo or whatever, I'll get you right through. So you'll be ready to go. The other thing, getting back to the music side, and I said that Ernesto was an amazing guitarist along with a songwriter. And if you look around the room, he may have an obsession with Star Wars. So Ernesto's side has lightsabers and robots, but I'm going to show you some of his artwork. He does amazing robots from Star Wars that are up on the wall, but I'll take you through. And all of the guys in here do artwork as well, so I'll show you some of the stuff that they have. Maybe talk to one or two. I know most of them are all busy, but we'll see who we can talk to in a little while. So how long did you dream about? Now, you've been tattooing for over 20 years, right?
Around that. Yeah, over 20 years.
It's kind of hard when you're 20 years old.
Yeah, I started with 18 years old,
18 years old.
and I have 38.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years.
And you
Yeah.
own shops in Cuba.
Yeah, with Ray.
With Ray, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce you to
This
Ray
is a
later on.
tattoo show that we get.
Oh, cool.
So, 2 in Cuba, 1 here?
2 in Cuba and 1 here.
1 here. All right, that's very cool. One, it's Luke P and I want to go to Cuba so bad, given the understanding the politics that you had a put up with. It's different for us going over there as tourists and not having to deal with that. Not for this episode, but I'm hoping one day to share some of Ernesto's journey. It's amazing. So when you all think that any immigrant that comes over is easy, you're quite mistaken. He did everything right. He did everything proper to be here with his family. He has a beautiful family. So it is an absolute journey, and we've had conversations before, and you sit back and you take it for granted because we were born here. We didn't have that journey. Yes, maybe our family did, being immigrants. Lou P, my family that have come over from Italy, did have those problems in the day, but nothing compared to the stories that our Cuban brothers and sisters have gone through to get here. What's even more beautiful is he's a successful businessman. And I find that absolutely incredible. So when you're able to pick yourself up through the fire and build an establishment like Ernesto did with New Locos, along with Ray and the rest of his familia in here that work, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's literally the American dream to come and do. I'm not saying we don't have our own bullshit, because we all know we have our own bullshit here in America. Nothing like these gentlemen had to put up with growing up. Never note to put out here. Ernesto played in a rock band in Cuba as well. Rice and Beans.
Rice and beans.
Rice and Beans. I love the name. You guys can go on YouTube and check out some of his early work. Very, very cool. But again, it was a journey for each one of them to get here. Not only did they get here, they kicked it in the balls and have an amazing shop. They all have amazing stories. And that is what you guys got to respect. Make your way down to Melbourne. First, get on Instagram, get on Facebook, and look at their work, because I'm telling you, second to none. If you want a piece of true art. Oh, gracias. So, Cuban coffee, as I had spoken to before, Ray just... That's for you?
Thank you.
So while I have the coffee in our hand, and thank you, Ray, and we're going to go over and talk to Ray in a few seconds. God bless. The best of luck to you. I'm fortunate enough to not only call you friend, but call you familia. You know you can pick up the phone any day or night with me. We're going to do an announcement as soon as we work out some of the kinks in the new songs, and when that's going to be available and when you can come see us. But for the future of New Locos Tattoo, it looks amazing, so bright. Yes, I'm going to get corny. I had to wear shades just to talk about being here with Ernesto and the crew at New Locos. Please book it. I can't stress it enough. I'm not saying it because Ernesto, like I said, the relationship I have with him, I'm stressing it because I've never seen any work like any one of these guys in this shop. Salute. God bless. And it's always a pleasure. If you're still out here, we got an art show coming. Come and look at Lou P's stuff, and stand back about 10 to 15 feet when he's coughing his lungs out, so you don't get contaminated with toxic juice from New Jersey. Just saying. All right. From the Beaver's Den, from Bobby C and Lou P, I'm going to cut out with the famous one and only Ernesto. I'm going to take a walk around the shop. I'm going to show you guys the shop. I'm going to see if Ray will talk to me for a few minutes in lieu, and I'll walk around and show you everybody in here. That being said, God bless. I'll post to you when this is going to be out. And again, thank you so much. You know I love you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome back. You already know who the hell I am. You know Lou P is here. One of my favorites. So Ray is in the house. Ray is the co-owner of New Locos Tattoo. I was talking about him before. I was telling you about the famous cafe, and Ray brought us a cup, missing the Cuban rum, by the way, but I'm not going to hold that against him. So, Ray, you had 3 shops with Ernesto?
Yes, in the past, starting Cuba, I'm started with Ernesto like apprentice. Ernesto is my tattoo master. He's my one of my best friends. Again, in the United States, I talked with Ernesto and redo it again because it's always a good plan.
Absolutely.
I'm here trying it again.
When did you start tattooing?
Okay.
How long ago did you start?
Okay, I worked like maybe like 3 years, like again, like apprentice with Ernesto, and after I moved to Moradero to open a second shop, and I think I'm start like a tattoo artist at that moment. Before it's just a process, and I worked 5 years in Moradero, and after I moved to United States, basically to Miami, to Inca Valley. And I work here for 10 years now. And the last 6 months here with Ernesto. And I start again in Melbourne.
I got to say, because I met you before I met Ernesto. And when I first seen your work, I couldn't believe it. His realism is insane.
Thank you so much.
Insane. So I truly mean, not only because we're all friends, I mean I've never seen work done like you and Ernesto and everybody else in here does. You have to go on Instagram or Facebook. Look at Ray's work. So one in particular, only because it just stands out. Work is great. I've been watching him also. He's doing that back piece on that girl you've been doing. That
No. That's a friend of mine.
But it's beautiful and crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy work.
It's a really good part.
Yeah, crazy work. So I was looking at some of Ray's stuff, and he did this grasshopper and some other work you've done. And you look at some of his work, not only, and it just looks so real, and you can tell that you and Ernesto have the same style of work.
Okay. Basically, I feel more comfortable in the realism.
Right.
Ernesto is more, I don't know if you use that word in English, is more versatile.
Yes.
His spectrum is more big than mine. I'm focused more in the realism.
Yes.
And I feel more comfortable on that style. But I can do everything.
No, I know you can. That's your niche, and I've seen other artists attempt to do your style, not very well. You look, when you do a piece, it looks like a photograph, which
That's what I try.
I think and you pretty much got it mastered because you are absolutely incredible. I love your work, love it. I was telling Ernesto one day and talking to my wife Dawn, and I said, I wish there was soap and I can wash everything off of me and start all over. I didn't think I'd find an artist like Ernesto and you. I think it's very rare, and I'd love to just take everything off and start all over.
Thank you so much.
But and I appreciate it. And please, we told you how to get online and book Ray or Ernesto or anybody else in here. Go in there. You can look at their schedule. You book it right online. See, I look at it like if you're all who are watching are familiar with Open Table, you go on, you want to book a table, it's the same thing. You can see their schedules, book their schedule, and again, I can't stress it enough for our fans and audience that are outside of the state of Florida. It is absolutely worth either jumping in your car or jumping on a plane to come down here to get some of the finest work you're ever going to see. So, Ray, thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank
A
you.
pleasure.
Thank you. All right. I'm not going to bother you anymore. So mostly everybody in here are busy tattooing, they're busy working. They allowed us to come in here and bother them today. Again, we have the art show going on. Luke P and I are going to walk around and show you the place. So this way here, when I post it, you'll get an idea of the inside. And you get to see some of Luke P's famous cigar band, LA Band Works with an X. All of his artwork as well. It's funny because Ernesto's like, when are you going to start learning how to tattoo?
Yeah. No, like the vibe's so cool in here too. Like, it's just blacked out, cool lighting, oxy floor, and colorful toolboxes for their workstations.
It's really cool.
Which is, yeah, I mean, like, and then all the artwork that's on the walls. It's very comfortable.
It
Like,
is.
you
It's-
just know you're in the right place when you walk in.
I like the art studio vibe, not, you go to a lot of the traditional tattoo studios and it's like wall-to-wall flash. And if I go ahead and pick number 1, number
Right.
10, there's nothing. When I tell you there's no flash on the walls, there's no flash on the
No,
walls.
it's art on the walls.
It is
Yeah.
art, and these guys' art and who they look at for inspiration. That's what you're going to find when you come in here. I'm going to show you the bathroom over because I got a big kick out of it. I'll turn the lights off so you can see it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen in there. I just want to show you how creative Ernesto was when he decided to make this more of, what do you say, a destination than anything?
Yeah, I mean, like, we're down here in Florida, right? So come from out of town, spend the weekend here, get a little sun, get a tattoo, go home happy. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of tourism in Florida, and Lou brings up something really cool. You can come here and you can buy T-shirts and bullshit to take home, right? You end up throwing it away or something's going to happen to it. You come down and you get a piece of art. The art is with you. You can remember where you were when you got it done. My first tattoo was in an old, on US 1, old Dixie Highway, friggin' motel. It wasn't even a hotel in a day. In a motel room, and it cost me a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon. So when I had it done, it was $5 fucking for a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon. But you remember things like that. You make memories. So take one home with you, man. Right?
Absolutely. And I want to personally thank Ernesto and Ray for letting me exhibit here today. I'm just very appreciative of it. It's just so cool. You for hooking it up with them.
Well, that's what family does.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate it. And it's been great, just having people come in, check it out. They appreciate the art. They appreciate it kind of all goes together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
and you sold 2 pieces.
I did sell 2 pieces.
Sold 2 originals, right? Your first day out of the gate,
I
your
felt
first
like I
art
sold
show.
a kidney.
I know you didn't want to. I know.
You don't want to give it up.
I know. That because you created them and then.
Well, because it's one and done.
Correct.
Right, each one.
Correct.
So the reprints are available, canvas reprints. I have no problem with that, But the original, when they're first made, there was actually no intention of selling it.
Right.
It was just an inspirational piece
Right.
that I made.
Right.
So.
But you sketch as well too.
They're all hand drawn.
Right, and then
I
you
drew
do
them
the-
out first, yes, and then But again, they're not commissioned pieces, so there was just something I thought of. I made it, and it was kind of for myself, if you will.
I got you.
So, but the people that did purchase them, I've known them for a while. They are art collectors. I know they appreciate it, and I know it's going to be in a good home.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I feel really good about that.
Absolutely.
Um,
What I don't see here that I have to admit it's a little alarming to me. I'm a little set back. Is where the hell's the Angry Beaver cigar band picture?
I think he's in the works.
Jesus Christ, man! It's like,
You know, you got to get the feeling.
how much more feeling you want? We got a whole cigar line out now. Jesus,
You can't push the process.
I'm not pushing the process. I will say it's not just because, Lupe's my partner, and he's absolutely my brother, and I mean that. From an episode prior how I feel about that word, so I can say that he is my brother and family. I have several canvases of Lou's originals that are here on display in the house because that's how much I love his work. It's incredible. So at his and her cigar lounge, where we had told you on an episode where we both met, Lou's work. You can go in there and Lou's canvases are on display, and there was this retired vet and just ripped one off the wall because he had to have it, and
They just did another.
they just
Somebody
did it
another
again.
one. Yeah.
They just did another.
They took the firefighter.
The
one off
9/11
wall.
one.
Yeah.
Lou does an amazing 9/11 for the firefighters
yeah.
tribute. That's insane. He's got firefighters in the family, and the tribute's amazing. The Thin Blue Line is amazing. I mean, his pieces are they're crazy. But we're going to walk around the shop. I'm going to show you the shop. I'll put this all together.
One more thing about
Shoot.
that. With the firefighter and the police tribute, if there's any legitimate organizations out there and you're doing fundraisers or dinners, for your unions or whatever the case may be, get in contact with me. I'll donate a canvas. That's just what I like to do, is give back a little bit. Again, if it's a legitimate cause,
Gotcha.
not a problem.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. All right, while we're talking about giving back real quick, a huge shout out to Ed Chiodo, a longtime friend of mine who I grew up with, and the Chiodo brothers. They are famous for being the creators of The Killer Clowns from Outer Space, along with other huge movies in Hollywood for creating different creatures and characters and so on and so forth. Lupe and I have an initiative with the famous Ish Olavan of Banff Cigars, Banff, badass motherfucker cigars. He is a former operator like myself, law enforcement as well. We are going to create a blend. It's going to be called the Operator's Blend. Some of the proceeds from the cigar sales will go to help our brothers and sisters who are vets in law enforcement who are battling PTSD. It's real. It exists. It's debilitating. It will interfere with your family. So please, if you guys can help and donate so we can make our brothers and sisters a little bit more comfortable and understanding, that'd be great. That being said, the Chiodo brothers sent us some swag, some Killer Clown swag. They are signed by each and every one of them. You can put bids in on Angry Beaver Cigars, our Facebook page. That's one. Here's another one. Now, I've looked at a lot of these on Comic-Con and a lot of these on sale online. Haven't seen this one signed by all of the Chiodo brothers. But if you want a piece of nostalgia, if you want a piece of one of the biggest cult horror films that ever was, it's the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And as you know, Halloween Horror Nights feature these guys now for the past few years. You see this all over Universal. If you want to own something, so all my geeks, freaks, collectors, if you want to own it, remember that not only you're owning a piece of Hollywood history, you're doing something for a cause that is very dear to Lupe and my heart. We are all about giving back, because if you don't give back, you can't take back and you can't move forward. So please, get on Angry Beaver Cigars, get on our Facebook page, put in some bids. I'll tell you right now, starting bid for each one of these is $500. We will not take anything less than $500 a piece, starting bid. And please help out, man. I mean, give back to the people who actually sweat and bleed every day to make your lives that much easier, that don't go home for the holidays, that fight the good fight. Unfortunately, we fight the good fight every night trying to sleep because it doesn't go away. Dig in your pockets. Please help us out. Thanks for letting me get on the soapbox about this. And again, Luke P. is gracious enough to say, if you're legitimate, if you have an organization, he's willing to help out as far as his artwork goes. Heard enough of me bullshitting. I'm going to take a walk around the shop. We appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for being a fan. Remember these words. Put an angry beaver in your mouth.
I got nothing. Don't it look? Ain't got the time. I'm a weird turd.